Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. All right, I guess this means the holidays are officially over. Tony Buzbee and Jay-Z are back at it. All right, Mark Zuckerberg, I have questions. I don't know how I feel about this community notes. Ain't that what they do over at Twitter? Shout out to Steven Twitch Boss. Bro, I love you, but I'm gonna have to drag your wife. This is ridiculous. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, it's Wednesday morning. Hump Day is finally here. We got 2 more days until the weekend is finally here. I know we just came off of holidays, but I need the weekend. All right, I got 5 lead stories for you. We're going to kick it off by talking about the Fox scandal and highlighting the Joy Taylor story. Then we are going to talk to you about Meta replacing fact checkers, Donald Trump wanting to replace the Gulf of Mexico with the Gulf of America, Tony Buzbee files a new lawsuit against Jay-Z, and Steven Twitch Boss's wife speaks out. In quick news, we're going to talk about Dwight Howard, Charlamagne the God, Stephen A. Smith, Patti LaBelle, Luther Vandross, Lil Baby, Blue Ivy, Hulk Hogan, Nicki Manaj, and Ice Spice. We're going to close out the show, as we always do, with social discussion, question of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Our first lead story. Fox releases statements amid jaw-dropping lawsuit accusing Fox Sport employees of a various amount of misconducts, SANSH. This is what Fox had to say. We take these allegations very seriously and will allow the legal process to run its course. We have no further comment at this time. All right. That's not much of a comment or a statement coming from a billion-dollar company, but I digress. Yesterday, we spoke with you guys about Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe being pretty much the heart of the lawsuit, more focus on Skip Bayless. The hairstylist accused Skip Bayless of offering her $1.5 million to be with him. Now, what's more spilling over today and what more people are talking about is Joy Taylor, Emmanuel Ocho, and network executive Charlie Dixon, who the hairstylist also implemented in this lawsuit. The hairstylist said all of these things that she's accusing in this 41-page lawsuit, she said happened between 2012 and 2024. She goes on to say that not only did Skip offer her money, that also Charlie Dixon did and said things to her as well. A large portion of social media is actually talking about Joy Taylor as the hairstylist alleged that the on-air personality was actually with Dixon and Emmanuel Ocho to advance her career. This is what she said in the lawsuit about Joy Taylor, okay? The hairstylist alleges that Joy Taylor's split from her husband in 2016 was actually due to her being caught with Charlie Dixon. We're going to put up a picture of Charlie Dixon. We'll put up pictures of people who you're not really familiar with, okay? A portion of the suit outlines an alleged interaction between the hairstylist and Joy Taylor, during which the hairstylist advises Taylor against being with Emmanuel Ocho and Dixon at the same time. The lawsuit also alleges that Taylor said that I don't mind being with Dixon because when I'm done with him, I'll just say that he tried to have advances on me. And she said, I'm not going to worry about him because if he tries to do anything to me, I'll just say that he tried to have advances on me, if you guys could read between the lines. She's also saying this in the lawsuit, okay, just to be clear. The hairstylist also became alarmed and warned Joy Taylor that she should probably not be with both men at the same time because they're also very powerful, okay? But again, Joy Taylor says, I'm not worried. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to throw to some videos right now, and these are videos that are going viral online, and this is stuff that happened over the past couple of years, and people are wiping this off the internet right now. These are clips from Joy Taylor. I think there's one also with Shannon Sharpe and Emmanuel Ocho. So let's just go to those now, and it just kind of tells you a story of what people have said about Joy Taylor in the past. Take a listen.
But truly, in the sports industry, I do not know anyone that is more impressive in every way, shape, or form than the one and only Joy Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, Joy, my girl, but Joy better not ask me when I'm coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Joy Taylor. She doesn't really know anything about the game and never really has.
I love a good unqualified man hire.
All right, one of the most shocking things that are coming from this lawsuit, and the reason why people are dragging Joy Taylor so much, is the fact that the hairstylist says that when she approached Joy about everything that was going on with her and Skip Bayless and Charlie Dixon and all these advances, Joy Taylor told her, just get over it. And obviously, that's not what you should say to somebody who is telling you that these people are making these advances on her. So I totally agree with people dragging Taylor for that. Listen, if Taylor wants to do whatever she wants to do, and I'm not saying that these allegations are true, but if that's how she wants to advance herself, fine. But if somebody's going to come to you with something like that, you don't tell them to get over it. Again, this is all alleged, but I'm just explaining to you why Joy is getting dragged on the internet. That's pretty much it that we have from now. I'm hearing the reason why Fox is not commenting too much right now is that they're thinking that there might be more to come. If they comment now and something comes after, then it looks like they missed something or they were trying to hide something. So I think Fox is just trying to feed through everything, make sure they have everything all together, and then they'll probably make a bigger statement. We're going to keep on hearing more about this. This is not nearly the end. I've also been hearing that somebody else is going to be coming and saying something more about this. Stay tuned. Y'all know how we do. We'll keep you guys up to date, but yo, 2025 just started and we already have a new scandal. This is just crazy, but I'll let you guys know what else happens. Our second lead story, Meta replacing fact checkers with community notes to promote free expression. All right, Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, is making significant shift in its content moderation approach by scrapping its fact-checking program in favor of community notes, a feature that is similar to X, formerly known as Twitter. This is all according to CEO Mark Zuckerberg. In a video posted on Facebook, Zuckerberg outlined the decision as part of Meta's commitment to simplify policies and restore free expression. He criticized governments and legacy media for advocating what he calls more censorship and said the company would focus on empowering users to participate in the content evaluation process. I have a video. Take a listen.
Hey everyone, I want to talk about something important today. I started building social media to give people a voice.
I just want to stop it right there. What do you mean when you started building social media? I found that comment to be pretty arrogant, man. Like when I started building social media. Anyways, just take a listen.
We're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes, similar to X.
I don't know how I feel about this. Community notes just means that the community now could moderate what somebody is saying. And that's how Twitter works, like I said to when I was reading you the article. And I think that's one of the things that I don't love about Twitter. And I'm all for free speech and free expression, 1000%. But a community note is way different than fact checkers. And I like facts. You guys know, but I always tell you all the time, I like to search on Google. I'll research something, especially before I come and I talk about it. And I just don't like when people like live in the gray zone and give misinformation. And I just really hope that Instagram and Facebook doesn't turn into that. I feel like this is a little bit of Mark Zuckerberg and Meta kind of sucking up to Trump a little, because we all know that Trump and Elon Musk are really about this free expression and free speech. And I am so down for that. But free speech should not come at the sacrifice of false information. And like I said, that's for me what really differentiates Twitter from Instagram. And I'm not really big on Twitter. I don't go on there that much. I don't really frequent it just for those reasons there. And I love Instagram. I am on Instagram hours upon hours throughout the day. Most of my information I get comes from Instagram. So I really just hope it doesn't start becoming the Wild Wild West, all because Mark Zuckerberg wants to, be chummy and buddy with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Let me know what you guys think about this. But again, like I said, I just want to make clear, I'm all for free speech, but just because you have free speech doesn't mean that you can put out false information. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our third lead story. President-elect Donald Trump says he plans to change the Gulf of Mexico's name to the Gulf of America. All right, Donald Trump announced more changes ahead of his inauguration. President-elect Donald Trump is trending after telling reporters he wants to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. The soon-to-be head of state said that Mexico is taking advantage of the U.S. regarding trade and immigration. We're going to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. What a beautiful name. It's appropriate. It's very appropriate. And Mexico has to stop allowing millions of people to pour into our country. I Googled Gulf of Mexico and then to figure out exactly where it is, the history of it and the origins of it. And I didn't find any reason of how to create an argument for or against this decision. If you guys do, let me know. I mean, it is surrounded by America and other places and Mexico, so it can be named whatever. Again, I'll leave that to you guys. My bigger argument, and it's exactly what I said yesterday in episode 414, I think it is. What is episode? I think we're on 414 or 415. Not too sure. Anyways, yesterday's episode. Donald Trump needs to focus on what he was voted in for. And he was voted in not for all these other things that he's talking about. He was voted in to fix the economy. That's it. And also immigration. But more importantly, trust me, I've talked to a lot of people in the US. That is the number one mandate. There's a lot of people who are not Trump fans that voted for Trump because they're thinking about their bank account, their bottom line, about their groceries, about their gas. I say this, I've said this a couple of times. Donald Trump is going to lose a lot of the power he has in the midterms if he doesn't fix that. They're going to lose the House. They're going to lose the Senate. I know he's not super concerned because he can't get reelected for a second term, but he's in there for 4 years and he has all this control right now. He's going to lose it after 2 years if he doesn't focus on that. Y'all let me know about the name. Maybe you guys know something more than I do. Please, I would want to know on what the name should be. But Donald Trump, if I was Donald Trump, every single time I came out and spoke, I would speak about the economy, and then I would talk about immigration. But trust me, people want to hear about the economy. Let me know what you guys think. Our fourth lead story. Houston attorney Tony Buzbee files new lawsuit alleging that Jay-Z's Roc Nation paid clients to sue his firm. All right, I guess vacation is officially over. These guys are back at it. Houston attorney Tony Buzbee is once again suing Jay-Z's Roc Nation, alleging that the entertainment company and others encouraged one of his former clients to sue the Tony Buzbee law firm in exchange for lucrative gain. All right, just want to throw this in here quickly just to give you guys a little update on these guys. If you thought they were quieting down, no. Is this really a big deal? No. I think this is probably something that will get thrown out or something that's just probably frivolous. But this is just Tony Buzbee saying, look, we hear what you guys are doing. We know that you're trying to, rummage stuff up against us. Listen, anything that you try to come with, to try to come against us with, we're just going to counter back and sue. I would prefer these guys stop these little stupid courtroom tactics and just really focus in on what is going on. And I really would like to know what is going on with the dismissal case. We have to wait until February the 6th. I would prefer not to hear anything else other than what is going on with the dismissal and, more importantly, what is going on with the facts of the case. We want to know some facts. Did Jay-Z do it? Who is Celebrity B, the female? Y'all forget about that. Let's hear the juice, man. Stop with the, you guys found somebody. You found somebody to pay you off. This past client, Bro, lawyers are lawyers. There's always going to be things in the background. Let's just get back to business. The holidays are back. I want to bring you guys headlines on Celebrity B, and if Jay-Z did it or not. I actually don't even really like this whole dismissal case. I told you guys that a couple of days ago. I don't want Jay-Z to get off on a technicality from, a date. I want to know what's really going on. I want to get to the juice of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our fifth quick story. Allison Holker reveals a devastating secret about Steven Twitch boss. All right, Allison is Twitch's wife, and Allison talks about her late husband, Twitch boss, and his unaliving in 2022, and how she discovered of some of the things that he was dealing with. I really don't like this story. I'm going to play you guys a little video, and I'm going to let you know what I think afterwards. Take a listen.
There was a moment I was with one of my really dear friends, and we were cleaning out the closet, and it was a really triggering moment for me because there was a lot of things I discovered in our closet that I did not know existed, and he was hiding so much.
Now, the reason why I don't like this story is I hate when people are disclosing information about things that we didn't ask for. It's 2 years later or 3 years later now. Why is she talking to People Magazine about this? Like, why is she talking about his business like that? Things that are unprovoked bothers me. This is the same thing I talked about with Travis Hunter's girlfriend. Why do these celebrity partners feel like they need to talk about the celebrity either when they're gone or when they've broken up or just even sometimes when they're even together? Like, it literally gets me so upset. Researching this story, I found out that I'm not the only one that's upset. Twitch's family is also upset. Family members of Steven Twitch boss calls out his widow, Allison Holker, after her new interview. And one of the family members said, "She won't let our family see the kids." She tweeted this out. He was not what she claimed him to be. He maybe smoked some stuff, but he wasn't what she's claiming to be. She also went on to say, "This crazy woman made me and his actual family sign an NDA just to attend the funeral. She's been trying to tarnish his legacy and refused to let the boss family see the children." See what I'm saying? I knew that there was something dirty going on here. Like, I just don't understand. This stuff really bothers me. I'm sure we'll hear more about this in the next coming days. If anybody knows why she's talking to People Magazine about this, please let me know. I tried to find that out. Was there a report that came out about him? Did somebody else discover something and now they're going to her for clarity? If that's the case, then fine. But from what I was able to find out, this is just unprovoked. Like, she's just out here talking. Like, I just don't understand. And I like now that Twitch's family is actually coming out and dragging her. So until I know anything else, I have to just assume that she's doing this for money. This is all the only reason. This is why people talk like this. Soon she's probably going to come out with a podcast, or she's probably going to come out with a YouTube channel, or she's going to be selling something. And that's why she wants to put herself out there. I can only assume that. I'm going to give her a few days grace because things might pop up. But from what we know now, this is an unprovoked interview, and she's giving us information that nobody asked for, and she's disrespecting Twitch, and I really don't like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and please let me know if you have more information. Let me know. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Dwight Howard accuses Shaquille O'Neal of blocking opportunities behind the scenes, and Shaq fires back. All right, Dwight Howard sat down with Ray Daniels, and he caused a lot of controversy, but this is the norm for Howard. He accused Shaq of blocking opportunities behind the scene. Shaq fired back on it's on site, and Twitter claiming that Howard never had any opportunities of his own. I'm going to play a little clip of Howard saying that he wants to squabble up with Shaq. Take a listen.
Two people on fight, Rob Pelinka and Shaquille O'Neal. Now let me stop.
All right, Shaq answered and tweeted out this. He said, "The fact that you think I care about you is funny. I won't ever bring up your name again, you sensitive big man. A jokester that can't take a joke. Won't ever say your name ever again. Have a great day." And now you have been deleted. Dwight Howard said a bunch of things like, "Hey, I've accused you of being insecure 20 years ago, and we've gone back and forth. You're 52 years old and you're tweeting blah, 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 blah." He went on to say he's jealous of Kobe and Penny and Dwayne Wade. I don't really know what's going on with Dwight Howard. We told you guys around 2 weeks ago, I think it was over the holidays, where Dwight Howard's baby mama put out this Instagram account about him saying, the Instagram account was, I had a baby with Superman, and was dragging him. Ever since then, Dwight Howard has been, on podcasts and saying things. So maybe this is where this has come up. This is an old beef between Shaq and Dwight Howard, but Shaq doesn't care and nobody actually really cares. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand why Dwight has to go and bring up old things like this. Just let it go. Y'all ain't even playing anymore. So I like Shaq just saying, I'm not talking about him, and you're done. If you don't talk about him, he won't have anything to talk about. So I like Shaq's move. Our second quick story. Charlamagne the God reveals that Wendy Williams called him over the weekend amid reports that she is incapacitated, and said that she seems fine to him. Charlamagne the God is sharing a hopeful update on Wendy Williams during an episode of The Breakfast Club when he said that people said that she is incapacitated, and he said that's cap. He revealed that Wendy Williams called him over the holidays and said that she seems fine to him. All right, I did watch this segment of The Breakfast Club. By the way, I'm glad that The Breakfast Club is back. Shout out to The Breakfast Club and the whole team. Y'all know I'm an honorary member. And during the segment, Charlamagne said, yo, she seems so good that she could be back on the radio tomorrow. And then Envy said to him, oh, are you trying to say that she's coming back? Or maybe she could come back and do a podcast. So I don't know if this was really like a hint. Even Envy said, hey, Charlamagne, we know you have a podcast network. Maybe, Wendy could come back and do something on your network. Charlamagne didn't confirm anything, but I think maybe it could be a hint. Would you guys like to see Wendy Williams come back in podcast form? I think that we would take Wendy Williams in any form. It would be really dope. But glad to see that she's doing okay. We played a couple of clips for you guys over the holidays that she was doing a lot better. But now, we have Charlamagne, one of her old friends from radio, saying that she could be back on the radio tomorrow morning. So we shall see.
I spoke to Wendy over the holidays. She seemed perfectly fine to me that she could do radio tomorrow if she wanted to.
Our third quick story. Stephen A. Smith shares his thoughts on the latest lawsuit with Skip Bayless and Fox Sports. I have a little clip. Take a listen.
Just like I said, I've known Jay-Z for 25 years. I can't imagine that. I've known Skip for just as long. I can't imagine it.
All right, so Stephen A. Smith is basically just coming to Skip Bayless's defense like any old friend would. And he's basically just saying the same things that I said yesterday. From what we gather, I mean, Skip Bayless is a married man. He's always talking about his wife, et cetera, et cetera. But regardless of what Stephen A. Smith says or what your past looks like, you never know, right? Some of the most innocent people do some of the worst things. So we're all just going to have to wait and see. People online, of course, are sounding off and saying like, oh my gosh, he's 7 years old. He's, how could he do something like this? But we all just going to have to wait and see. I just wanted to play this for you guys to show you that Stephen A. Smith, of course, is standing up for his old friend, Skip Bayless. People were not too sure. I said, of course, but I knew that was going to happen. But a lot of people were like, yo, what's Stephen A. Smith going to do? I knew he wasn't going to come out and drag Skip Bayless. Yes, they don't work together anymore. They might have their differences, but I knew he wasn't going to drag Skip Bayless. So we're just going to have to wait to see the outcome of the lawsuit. Our fourth quick story. Patti Labelle and team reportedly angry and heartbroken after CNN's Luther Vandross documentary painted her as a villain for speaking on his preferences. All right. So Patti Labelle and her team are reportedly angry and heartbroken at CNN. Her team says that she has been busy touring and hasn't yet seen the documentary, but Patti LaBelle's camp says nobody is happy about her portrayal in the documentary about her dear friend. It makes me laugh when people comment and be like, I haven't seen this, but I'm not happy. How are you not happy with things that you haven't seen? It's ridiculous. Anyways, Patti LaBelle reportedly invited CNN producers to her home where she sat down with them for an hour-long interview to share stories about herself and Luther Vandross. However, after the producers reportedly failed to show Patti LaBelle the final cut at her request, she refused to sign the release form for their interview, and they cut her out the documentary. Furthermore, Patti LaBelle's camp reportedly feels as if CNN producers set her up and painted her to be the villain and included a 2017 clip of her on a television show and says that she's not really happy that they did that. Here is a clip from the talk show. Take a listen.
Did he struggle with the idea of coming out publicly?
He wasn't going to come out and say this to the world. And he had a lot of lady fans. He told me that he just didn't want to upset the world.
All right, so it's no secret about Luther Vandross's preference for men over women, but he didn't want that out. And I understand that some people now in 2025 will be like, listen, what's the problem coming out or whatever? But that's up to the person. And as much as I love Patti Labelle, she is wrong here. And if somebody wants to keep their private life private, then she should not be exposing that. And Patti Labelle is seasoned enough to know that if somebody is asking her a question, an indirect question, she knows how to answer it and say, listen, that's something that you have to talk with Luther about. I have another clip where I wanted to play for you from the CNN documentary that shows how much Luther Vandross did not want to answer these questions and how adamant he was of not just avoiding them, but saying, I am not answering this question. Take a listen.
The thought of, quote, coming out, that he couldn't bear it. He'd rather be alone.
I will neither deny or confirm that any such rumors about personal things like that are true or untrue. I won't give the satisfaction of a denial.
Man, this makes me really want to watch this documentary. I'm so mad that it's on CNN and not on Netflix or some streaming service. I don't even know if CNN is going to like replay it or something. But anyways, anybody who has seen this documentary, let me know. And let me know if you think that Patti Labelle was wrong or not. Let me know. Our fifth quick story. Lil Baby seemingly shades Gunna on new track after Gunna's former attorney spoke on his plea deal. Lil Baby said, I don't care what he said, he a rat still. My gosh. Gunna's former attorney took to X to speak on the terms of his plea deal and clarifies that Gunna did not cooperate with the federal government. It looks like Lil Baby is making reference to those tweets in his new song on which he seemingly throws shade at Gunna by saying that he's still a rat. Every time I talk about this situation, it makes me upset because why is Lil Baby talking so much about Gunna when even if Gunna did rat, he didn't rat on him. He's ratting on Thug. So like, let Thug and Gunna deal with that. I just don't understand. I understand that Lil Baby and Gunna were friends. I even saw something the other day where Lil Baby said that Gunna used to write raps for Lil Baby, and then Baby used to not use them, but he used to rap them to like learn rap patterns. And then he wrote his own rap. So I understand that they're close and he might not like what Gunna did, but I just don't see why Baby has to be the spokesperson for, like the rap community to be calling him out all the time so much like this. Like every album, every track, it's like he's calling out Gunna. I just don't understand why. Leave that between Gunna and Thug. Just my opinion. But hey. Our sixth quick story. Happy 13th birthday to Blue Ivy Carter. All right, everybody is wishing Blue happy birthday online. A few people in the comment section are dragging Beyonce and Jay-Z because everything that we have going on. It's like I spoke to you guys about a couple of weeks ago. Jay-Z, not paying off this lawsuit. I understand why he didn't do it, but I really think it's tarnishing him and Beyonce because you open up the comment section under Blue's birthday and they're getting dragged. I did also tell you guys about a story that I found out last week that Beyonce's PR team is really trying to push the kids and trying to push Blue Ivy to take attention off of them because people don't really drag kids, but it seems like it's not really working. And that's why you're seeing so much about Blue Ivy's 13th birthday. However, Blue Ivy actually has nothing to do with this. So leave her out of it. And I wish her and the team at the TLL podcast wish her happy birthday. And I hope you guys wish her happy birthday in the comment section below. And leave Blue alone a little bit. Just try, all right? Our seventh quick story. Hulk Hogan booed by WWE fans as he enters the arena. All right, I'm super confused by this. There's actually no article towards this. But people in this crowd at the WWE was booing Hulk Hogan, and I don't understand why. Isn't WWE crowd like very heavily Republican, like Central America? Didn't Hulk Hogan back Donald Trump. I don't understand. If you open up the comment section, a lot of people are like, why is he getting booed? So if anybody knows out there, if anybody was part of this crowd that is watching this episode, please let us know, like, why are you guys booing Hogan? I have a little clip. Take a listen.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Actually, funny enough, I'm watching the Netflix documentary, Mr. McMahon, that I think it's a 7 or 8 part story or documentary about the WWE and the WWF. And I don't know, like maybe Hulk Hogan is a bad guy now. Maybe he's a heel. In that documentary, I didn't even remember this, where Hogan was, beloved in the beginning, and then he went to NWO, I think the name of it was, and then he was a bad guy, he was a heel, and then now he went back to being a good guy. So maybe he's back to being a bad guy, and that's why they're booing him. I don't know, man. I don't follow the WWE. I do know this is getting a lot of traction because, if I'm not mistaken, the WWE just premiered on Netflix. So I think that's why this is getting a lot of attention. I know Travis Scott performed there, but I still can't figure out why they're booing him. Let me know in the comment section below if you know, or even if you care. Our 8th quick story. Judge wants to reduce T.I. and Tiny Harris's award from $71 million in damages to $17 million for their LOL surprise doll lawsuit. A jury awarded the toy maker MGA to pay T.I. and Tiny $71 million in their Laugh Out Loud surprise dolls that infringe on trademark on their OMG Grills dolls last year. But now the judge wants to lower the amount they received in damages. According to Megan, shout out to Megan, a judge wants to get rid of the $53 million in punitive damage, cutting the verdict down to $17 million. The judge says there's just not enough evidence. This is ridiculous, but this is how the court system works. You go to court, you get a decision, you appeal the decision, it could go to the judge, you can keep on appealing. Anytime you're awarded anything in court, don't start buying things or doing stuff with that money until you get the actual money in your pocket. $17 million is still a good amount, but it's a far cry from $71 million. I've been hearing that T.I. and Tiny can now appeal this decision from the judge. It's not final. So maybe they'll go back, or maybe they'll have even a chance to show that there is enough damage. There is enough evidence for punitive damage, and maybe they could find some sort of middle ground. But again, there's still $20-30 million ahead. So it's not really much of a big deal. Our 9th quick story. This is an update. Arrest warrant for Nicki Manaj over recent assault claim has been denied. According to TMZ, the Wayne County Prosecutor Office informed the news outlet that they reviewed the Detroit Police Department's warrant request for Nicki Manaj, and it was denied due to insufficient evidence of the crime. All right, we told you guys about this. I think it was last week, or maybe it was Monday's show, where Nicki's former assistant or former manager made a claim that she was, forceful with him, and, she put hands on him. And also during that episode, we discovered while doing our research that Nicki's attorney said that there was actually no case filed. So there was a story going around that there was a lawsuit. Then Nicki Minaj's team said, I don't know what you guys are talking about. We weren't served any lawsuit. So it was kind of up in the air. And I told you guys I would follow up. So this is the follow-up, that there wasn't even enough evidence for an arrest warrant. So when that shows you that this is probably frivolous and this is something that's made up. You don't need as much evidence in civil. So it's not totally done yet, but there won't be any criminal charges because there's not even enough for a warrant. So Nicki has escaped that part. We're not too sure if she's escaped the money aspect of it, the civil trial. Of course, we'll follow up and let you know. Our 10th quick story. Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary says that he's nearing a deal to purchase TikTok and seeks Trump's help to close it. During a recent appearance on Fox News, the Canadian businessman announced plans to purchase the American asset of the popular social media app TikTok. He put up this tweet. I'm going to read a little bit of it. I'm a little weary of this. I don't believe 100% of it, but He said, I'm excited to share that I'm partnering with Frank McCourt and the visionary team to lead the bid to buy TikTok. This isn't just about buying TikTok for a U.S. asset. It's about something much bigger. It's about protecting the privacy of 170 million American users. It's about empowering creators and small businesses. It's about building a platform to prioritize people over algorithms. TikTok has immense potential and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Look, Kevin's a good guy. Canadian. Shout out to my Canadians. I really feel like he's just doing this to kind of gain a little bit of attention. From what I have learned, TikTok is not even entertaining a possibility of a sale. I could be wrong, but this is just what I've heard. The TikTok algorithm is so precious that they are not interested in letting it get in the hands of anybody else. Of course, Mark Zuckerberg would want to buy it. Elon Musk would want to buy it. Anybody else in the social media sphere, YouTube, whatever, would love to get their hands and understand how TikTok algorithm works because, like I said, it's supposed to be the best algorithm in the business. So I don't believe this story. I'll follow up and I'll let you guys know. But from what I know, TikTok is still talking with Donald Trump and still trying to do what they can to fight the ban that is coming January 19th. So that's 12 days away. We'll follow up and let y'all know. Our 11th quick story. All right, it's a wrap. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez settled the divorce months after their split. All right, we have told you guys this along the way, but Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez has officially settled their divorce. Their marriage is set to end February the 20th, 6 months after JLo filed for separation in August. All right, so finally, I get to stop talking about this. You guys know I don't like talking about relationship stuff. So it is over. It's done. Everything is worked out. February the 20th, it's over. As we have been reporting this along the way, there has been a lot of speculation that Ben left her and was very happy to settle this divorce because he thinks that JLo is going to be wrapped up in this whole Diddy situation and lawsuit with Diddy and Jay-Z and etc. And he just wants to be out of it before things come crashing down. It seems a little bit like it makes sense because normally Hollywood divorces take a lot longer than this. We told you guys about Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. I think that was 8 years. So for this to be happening in 6 months is a little speculative to me. I don't know. We'll follow up and find out, man. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think JLo is going to be wrapped up in this Diddy case? Or you think they just wanted to go their separate ways and they didn't want to fight too much longer? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, our 12th quick story. Ice Spice I'm Just a Girl Deluxe only sells 4,800 units its first week. Yikes. Y'all know I'm a big Ice Spice fan. This is not looking too good. Yeah. Ice, I try to have your back as much as I can. This is not looking good. I haven't heard the album. Sorry for not supporting. But do you guys think this is over for Ice Spice? As much as somebody might be beloved and people like her on Instagram and she could go viral or whatever, at the end of the day, if you don't sell albums, you don't have #1 songs, and the record labels cannot recoup, they can't keep backing her. You know, I know it seems very organic, all these viral moments, but when you have a big record label backing you, they can create these viral moments. If she doesn't start switching up or doing something, they're going to drop her. And just the people in general have been, I think, kind of like going away from Spice since she's, you know, changed up her appearance and people are not thinking that she's the same. So you're losing the public and you're losing your label? Yo, I don't know what's going to happen to Ice Spice, man, but I'm in her corner. I'm actually going to just even listen to the album just to give you an extra spin out here. I don't know if it will help, but I really like Ice Spice. All right, this brings us to social discussion of the day. All right, everybody's talking about the senator's husband who didn't shake Kamala Harris's hand at the swearing in. And I wanted to weigh on it and, of course, get your guys' opinion. Now, a lot of people are saying that he was wrong, and a lot of people are saying that he was right. Now, the people are saying that he was right are saying, hey, you should keep that same energy. If you don't like somebody during interviews and you're going on podcasts, you're going on Fox News and saying, hey, I don't like somebody, they don't like our country, blah, 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 blah. When you see them in person, you shouldn't shake their hand, keep that same energy. But here's why I disagree with that. Yes, if it's on the playground or at, let's say, like a kid's, soccer game or something that's like unofficial. But when you're at work or when you're part of a government swearing in, you cannot like somebody, but you still have to be what we call professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot like somebody, keep that same energy, and at least shake somebody's hand. It's literally just common courtesy. And it just shows, yes, a lack of respect, but it also just shows who you are as a person. You should be able to shake somebody's hand and say, I completely disagree with your views. I completely disagree with you as a person, whatever. However, I'm still going to acknowledge you as the VP of this country. So that's just my 2 cents. A lot of discussions are going back and forth. I wanted to bring it here. Do you think it is disrespectful what he did, or do you applaud him for it? And do you think that it's good that he kept that same energy and you would like to see more of the people that are in government positions act like how some of us act, you know what I'm saying, like on the playground or on the street or to a neighbor? If you don't want to talk to your neighbor, you don't want to shake your neighbor's hands, fine. But if you work with somebody and they're your colleague, I think you should shake their hand. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, this brings us to question of the day. What's your most ridiculous dating deal breaker? It's a little bit of a tongue twister. Your most ridiculous dating deal breaker. All right, somebody said an Android user, green text bubbles just irk me. That's actually hilarious. Back in the day when I used to do podcasts like on one topic before I had this whole like show, I actually did a podcast on that. I don't know if I would not date somebody, but I really don't like getting green bubbles, and I have a problem with Androids. But scroll all the way down and check out that podcast. Somebody said bad hygiene and grooming methods. I don't think that's ridiculous. If somebody has bad hygiene and bad breath, then yes, that's not ridiculous. The Android is ridiculous. I'll even admit that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I am one of those people, it is ridiculous. All right, somebody said long fingernails on men. It's repulsive. I don't know if that's ridiculous, but again, that's a hygiene thing, so I kind of understand. It's not ridiculous. Somebody said women asking my zodiac sign and then women leaving after they find out they don't align with them. I actually think that's a little ridiculous because I don't necessarily believe in the zodiac signs. I do think there are some things that can be true, but deciding if you want to continue having a conversation with somebody or not based on their zodiac sign, that's ridiculous for sure. Yeah, like I don't date cancers. That's ridiculous. Somebody else said having any twerk video of you online. If you have a twerk video of you online, would I not date you? No, that's a little ridiculous. Sorry. Like, depending on the level of twerk video, let's put it that way. Yeah, because it could be like wild out here. But if you're like at a club dancing and twerking, it's not that bad. Somebody said, okay, no, can't read that. Somebody said, okay, no, can't read that. Some of y'all are wild out here. All right, somebody said, side tooth missing, I just can't. I don't think that's ridiculous. For now, the only thing that I think that's ridiculous is the twerking and the Android. There's nothing else ridiculous here. Somebody said immediately calling me boo. Okay, I see how that, actually that is a little bit ridiculous. But I could see how a girl that could come off like distasteful. So no, that's not ridiculous. No, maybe I am ridiculous and I have a lot of reasons why I wouldn't date somebody. Maybe that's why I'm single. Anyways, somebody said, okay, no, I can't read that. Yeah, all right. Somebody said eating McDonald's. Okay, that's ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What are your ridiculous deal breakers on why you won't date somebody? I want to look for some really ridiculous stuff. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to sports news. All right, top 2 teams in the NBA play Wednesday, January the 8th at 7 p.m. All right, this is the first game in NBA history between a team that has a 15-game winning streak and a team that has a 10-game winning streak. I hope you guys can hear the sarcasm in my voice. This is the third time in league history that a team with a winning percentage over .850 or better has met this late in the season. You're not going to want to miss this one. Yo, the NBA is so sad right now. You guys, I'm sure, have been hearing all the rumblings of how low their ratings are and people are not watching. This is the excitement, like OKC and Cleveland. Like, this is so bad. Yo, the NBA has to do something. I am not excited. I do not want to watch this game. The first time a team 15-game winning streak and a 10-game winning streak. Oh, I really got to tune in now. Who's going to lose? Give me a break. Yo, you guys need to create superstars, man. You can't keep depending on LeBron James and Steph Curry. This is horrible. Change your stuff up. All right. That is it for my Wednesday show. Make sure y'all tune in for Thursday and Friday. We got good shows coming up. All right. Before I let you guys go, I just want to remind you guys of all the ways to keep up with the Trend Out Loud podcast. If you're used to watching this show on YouTube or listening to it on podcast platforms, please start to check me out Monday through Friday from 11 to 12 on CFQR600.com from anywhere in the world, or 600 AM if you're in the Montreal area. We do play the Trend Out Loud podcast, but we mix it in with 90s and 2000s hip hop and R&B. It's a great hour. It's a great way for you to get your entertainment and viral news while listening to your favorite hits from the 90s and 2000s. And I select the music, so you know it's going to be dope. My voice cracked there. Sorry. Vice versa. For those of you who are used to listening to this podcast on CFQR 600 and you can't always catch the show between 11 to 12, I'm going to give you guys 3 ways to keep up to date. One, on CFQR 600's website, when you click Listen Live, there will be a second tab that says Listen on Demand. Just click right there. The Trend Out Loud show, podcast will pop up, and you'll have access to all 415. I don't know what number we're on, 415 or 414. You'll have access to all our episodes. Listen as your heart content, to make your heart content, whatever. I'm having a hard time with this closing today. Bear with me. It's hump day. All right. So the second way is YouTube. We're on YouTube. We upload daily. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The third way is podcast platforms. We're available on any podcast platform. Just go to your desired site, type in Trend Out Loud. The show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And just like YouTube, we upload daily. You can follow me on any podcast platform. Oh my gosh. You can follow me on any social media platform. It's always the same handle, Trend Out Loud. Don't forget to follow the media company at Exo City Media. For those of you who are tuned in to, I can't get through this without laughing because I messed up so much. For those of you who tuned in to CFQR right now, do not touch that dial because my homeboy, Don Smooth, is coming up next with the lunch mix from 12 to 1. And Don is always dropping the hits. Woo! All right, I got through it. I say that every day, and I'm like stumbling today. My bad, y'all. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to go sleep or something. I don't know. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace! Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trend Out Loud. Peace!